Hi and welcome to Maths class. Today we're just going to have a short revision lesson on expanding brackets using FOIL. So the kind of brackets we're talking about is like this A plus B times C plus D. And if you remember, what we do is we start with our firsts, then our outsides, then our insides, and then our lasts. And that's where the FOIL comes from. It's just supposed to help us to get it in the right order. Now, you don't really have to do it in this order. You could do folly if you wanted to, or philo. It doesn't matter, as long as you get each of them once. So firsts means I'm going to go A times C because they're both first in the bracket. Outsides means I'm going to go A times D because they're both the outsides. Insides is the B times the C, and then the lasts is the B times the D. So that gives me AC plus AD plus BC plus BD. So let's get a little bit of practice in those. I'm going to start with this first example. I've got x plus 2 times x plus 4. So what I'm going to do is multiply first the firsts, that's x times x, which is just going to give me x squared. Then I'm going to do the outsides, which is x times 4, which gives me 4x, and it's positive, so I'll add 4x. Then I'm going to multiply the insides, that gives me 2 times x, which is plus 2x. And then I do the lasts, which is 2 times 4, which gives me plus 8. And as a last step, I do need to simplify any like terms. And here I've got 4x and 2x are like terms. So I'm going to simplify those. So x squared will stay as it is. There's nothing else I can do to that one. The 4 plus the 2x gives me 6x. And then I finish with plus 8. So I'm going to do example B now. X times x is going to give me x squared. That's my firsts. Then the outsides, this one, be careful, this is negative 5. Sorry, I've circled too much there. Negative 5. So I'm going to go x times negative 5, which gives me negative 5x. And now for the insides, I've got negative 3 times x. So that's going to give me negative 3x. And finally, for the lasts, I've got negative 3 times negative 5. And remember, a negative times a negative gives me a positive. So that gives me negative 3 times negative 5 is positive 15. And finally, I just need to collect my like terms. So I get x squared minus 8x plus 15. Okay, what you might want to do now is pause and try this next example yourself on a piece of paper and then hit play and see how you went. So I'm going to do my firsts, which is 2x times x. So that's going to give me 2 times x gives me 2x squared, right? Because 2x times x is this 2, and then the x times the x gives me the x squared. Then 2x times negative 3. This is a negative 3, remember, it's not the number 3, it's a negative 3. So that gives me minus 6x. And then the insides is 1 times x, which I don't write plus 1x, I just write plus x. And then 1 times negative 3 gives me negative 3 for my lasts. Simplify any like terms, it's these two middle terms again. Be careful, this is negative and this is positive. So 2x squared, then I've got negative 6x plus x gives me negative 5x, and then minus 3. Same again, you might want to pause this one, have a go yourself, and then hit play to see how you went. So my firsts is going to be 2x times 3x, which is going to give me 6x squared. Then my outsides is going to be 2x times 6, which is going to be plus 12x. The insides will be 5x times 3x, so that's negative 15x. And the last is negative 5 times positive 6, so that's negative 30. That's my lasts there. Okay. Collect my like terms. It's these two middle terms again. Positive 12 and negative 15 gives me a grand total of negative 3x and minus 30. Now notice this one is x squared, so it's not a like term. The 30 has no x's in it. It has no like terms. It's only these two middle terms that I can simplify. All right, that's the end for this quick little revision video.